Hey guys, welcome back. So this is gonna be this is part 5 of my farm sim adventure. Um, as you can tell, if you're following along whatsoever, my schedule's all over the place. I need to try to get something more consistent or solidified. But so as you can tell from the previous clips, um, I have been playing this a little bit, so all I've really done was some contracts. I haven't really progressed much on the farm. Uh, the only progress I've done on the farm is continued to bale hay, and I've loaded up all of our flour production up to this point. And I baled hay one more time for the entire property, most of it. So we got our bales here that'll potentially be ready to sell. I'm just gonna wait for the trailer to fill up. I might get a bale wrapper and convert them to silage and then sell them, but we'll see. I was really hoping that the canola and everything would be ready to sell. I'm pondering the thought of, well, I shouldn't say sell, but I'm pondering the thought of turning the seasons off so everything starts to grow. It makes it a little unrealistic, but passive income makes it nice. We haven't got anything out of our greenhouse yet. We're about halfway, or a little over. One thing I did I took away one of our flour mills and I put an oil mill in. So that's where most of our canola is gonna go anyway once it's ready to harvest. Now, it's not prime season to sell the flour yet. I'm going to sell it now just because it's I might be $50 off. It's not the end of the world, but we're gonna take some, sell to the restaurant, and then the rest will go to the farmer's market if we exceed the restaurant's quantity. I gotta look at the map here. So we got a ways to go. So we'll just go out here, go through town, cross the little island in the middle of the river there. I think that'll be our quick spot. But the toughest thing here is going to be to not roll the trailer. It is a bit excessively loaded. More or less lately, I've been trying to think of the best way to manage time on the farm and keep busy. So, ideally, I want to do more passive income with the production sites while everything is growing at the farm, including the cattle. Like, I was curious to the cattle production because I never messed with it before. So my reproduction on my adult cattle, my adult Angus, are at 10%, and I think it takes, if I did my research right, it takes about 10 months till you get a new calf. So potentially, it's going to be, we'll have 2 to 3 new calves in the spring. Whether that's realistic or not, we'll find out though. So I'm actually looking to maybe purchase a semi with a log truck, and I'm kind of hoping my current skid steer strong enough to lift the lengths of logs I need for the log truck, so I might take a gamble on that. If not, I might buy a telehandler for a little bit more money. I need to take that turn back up. Alright, let's see what I can so tempting that I don't know if how easy that trailer's gonna roll. There's a lot of weight on it. It's an International, that's all she got. Nah, she'll scoot. I just don't want to scoot. Of course, it would start to rain as soon as we started streaming, as long as we don't get a twister or anything, I guess. But we should be able to get, I don't know, there's 17 pallets of flour at 1,000, so just say it's $754 per pallet. So we'll do okay with our sales here. It's not a large profit, but it will be nice. Let's get this lined up. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh. Crash and burn. Alright, let's get the trailer unloaded as much as possible. Oh, it took it all. So that's a pretty good Jagger. That's almost 10 grand. That's not even everything. So sweet, we got that torque. Nice. So that is awesome. 3 grand for 4. That's not bad. I like that. Let's head back to our farm now. So what I'm really thinking about doing is capitalizing on the logging as a side hustle as well as contracts, but one issue, I'll pull this up, maybe it'll make sense. So I can do these, I can do that. I don't want to buy a bale wrapper yet, which it looks like there's a mobile bale wrapper, which is cool. Fertilizer can be done. I don't want to do that yet. I want to eventually either invest in that or get the cattle barn, the dairy barn that will produce slurry and manure. So one issue I have is with this equipment, these harvester units, I do not think they store anything. So I think it rips it up and then you have to follow it with the tractor. Now I think you can set up the AI. I just really don't want to go that route and try to follow the AI operated equipment because sometimes their patterns do not make sense. So these are the wood transits. Now initially it's going to be a heck of an investment. So my thought process is going to be that I'd like to buy the carpentry facility or the sawmill and deliver all my wood lumber to it. Now, like these wood transport contracts, or you're committed to where you gotta take them. But like, so let's say that's 13 trees. This is 11. Now the trees are a little smaller. Excuse me. So we got, I mean, we got the length. So there's a good quantity of trees. Initially, my thought is we'll see how the skid steer does lifting these logs and getting them onto our trailer first. So ideally, for now, we'll clear these areas out with their trees, throw them on trucks, sell them for a few extra $100. It's not going to be a lot. It might be, we might get twice the contract amount, depending on the market value. But my thought is if I buy them processing, the production point, so that lumber, say it's 3,000 liters or whatever, that can potentially make, we'll just theoretically say furniture for the carpentry. So it's not gonna say until I own it. So it takes so much of a tree to make a piece of furniture. So it's like our flower production point. Let's just take that for example. So we're doing wheat flour, so it's gonna be, what is it? So it's just say 5 pieces of wheat to make 4 pieces of flour. So really, it's not a bad deal when you consider you're making that much more on flour. It's not a ton more, but it is more. I hope you guys can still hear me. 1 second. That's odd. There we go. But yeah, I hope I wasn't talking that whole time with no audio. I'm not sure why my headset did that, but more or less all I said was I'm planning on capitalizing on the logging to make some secondary income off the farm. Aside from my flour and oil production and cattle, and really I got multiple points of money coming in. It's just not fast yet. So, and to reiterate, some of the contracts you almost need a secondary individual unless you want to try to follow the AI to collect from the harvesters as they harvest. So initially here, I'm not gonna reinvest in too much. What I might do is load the skid steer up into this trailer for now in anticipation for doing a contract to see how much it can actually lift. So, I mean, the skid loader, the skid steer, it is nice for moving pallets, but I feel like I can also use the telehandler for multiple things that potentially they'll handle a lot more weight. Now, I'd go front loader or but then we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars just to do that, and then 10 grand for a bucket. So I think the telehandler I was looking at is like 74,000, which is fine. So we got our front loaders. They aren't really much stronger than the current skid steer I have. It's 68, so that's a lot of weight. So I'm looking at 177 to 204 horsepower. Now this one would probably do it. I guarantee it. That's why I don't understand the horsepower differential here. You know, you're gonna pay 4,000 more for an extra, what is it? You know, almost, what's it, 26 horsepower, so that makes it nice. Or, not 26, oh my gosh, 36. But let's just say I invest for the full horsepower, which I don't know that I'm going to, because we're not going to be lifting full length trees, but maybe we will. Not all of them will be full length. We can do probably, we'll leave it as is, potentially. So this is what I'm going to make it look like anyway. I think I'm going to go with the Bird Edison's. Let's see. I don't get that. I definitely changed the color. I don't know, I kind of like the dark. I don't know. We'll see, but so then we're looking at 141,000 for that. So we still have a ways to go as far as raising money in that direction. So that's kind of where I'm at on hoping skid steer can handle what I need it to handle. So yeah, I mean that'll be the ticket though, to see what we can do there. Because I think the production point itself is 250,000, so there's a lot of time that needs put in. So it's these, you can do the cotton contracts. It's just these contracts here are a little bit more tricky because I do believe you have to have be able to follow along because these don't have any storage capacities. Well, this says 5.5. So technically this one would, but that's not very much. You're literally doing one row at a time compared to 4 with the actual machine. So it might be worthwhile to do this, make this purchase. But how much are we really making? See, now I'm second guessing everything. So let's just see, with carrots, there's 6. 11. So typically, I mean, let's just do the math here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. So you could almost make 24,000 on all these contracts. Oh, minus the cotton one, which is it looks like it got, well, it's minus 2,500 from that total. So yeah, I'm not really entirely sure how I want to approach this now, because funding wise, I can take out a bigger loan, but I'm already in debt from the start. So let's go to 9 a.m. here. So that would be the conundrum we face. Let's see if anything varied here. So we got that planter would be nice for sunflowers. Not investing in that yet. Let me see. Alright, let's do a rough cost estimate for what I think we would need for logging. And see if it makes sense. I think we can technically afford everything. So let's go down to skid loader forks, or the grapple I should say. Skid steer, sorry. So let's look at that. We're looking at 2,000. Alright, now we need our logging trailer, which is here. We'll go to that, so that's 2,600. Or 26,000, excuse me. So now we're at 28. So in theory, we're halfway there with our purchases. Now if you look on the right, you have the Riedler. Alright, you're looking almost, literally, almost 300,000. That's no modifications. So here's my next envisionment here. So trucks, I would use the cab over. I don't think we would need much more. One thing, I'm taking the cab over off, or the day sleeper. I don't want a tandem long. We'll keep it a tandem short, so that cheapens it down. I don't think the intake design really changes. It's 500. I personally am going to keep it to that one. I don't know if the sun shield makes sense. I like it, but I don't. Slim pickings. The horns I'm going to keep for aesthetic. I don't know. Yeah, we'll keep the horn. Keep the lights. More lights is always good. So that's 46,700. I kind of don't know if I want to change the rims or not. So let's say we make them silver. Does that really? Nah, we'll keep them chrome. So that's let's see, 46,700. So we'll do. So we're looking at $74,700 for the purchase of everything that we see. So that will drop our total balance if we make that purchase down to, will be about what, 50,000. So we got 129, 800 minus our 74, 700. So $100, 5. So yeah, 55,000 to play with, which that wouldn't be bad, and it'll give the opportunity to get work done in the winter. So I think we're gonna pursue this idea. We have enough time. I can play with that. So let's take that off. Tandem short. I like that intake. We'll keep it. Keep the sun shield. Yeah, we'll just do that. No, I don't know. I like seeing the slim pickings though too. Let's take that off. We'll keep the horns. See, I don't know. The lights you could modify. So I don't know. If you're gonna go with the truck, I feel like you want all the lights. I like the beige. Brown's not terrible either. Black bell's not bad. I just red, no. That's tacky. I like the beige. I really do. I don't know why. But let's commit to it. We'll buy it. If it doesn't work out, we can always resell and cut our losses. But I think we can make enough product, or we can make enough profit off of these to justify it. So this is another weird one. I could take mud flaps off. I could take the guard off. That doesn't make sense to do that. So I'm gonna go with chrome wheels too. We're gonna keep. That's an extra $1,000 expense. So we'll be down to 54,000. So let's go with that. Alright, so now, let's see, we gotta get our grapple, our all grabber. So here we are with, that's a manure fork. Eventually we'll need that, I'm hoping. Okay, let me check something out here. This needs... Okay, so we're gonna go with that. Alright, here's how this is gonna be a cluster. So let's see. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do here. Oops. So it's going to take a little bit to make that money back, especially since, more or less, the downside is it took a good many contracts to get to that point. Which, hey, whatever, you gotta spend money to make money. This way might be a little slower. Let's see how tough this is. Not too bad. Ooh. Sure. So let's wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Ah, that is cool. So I've messed with this trailer. Okay. Time or two. Look at this. Ah, the ramps move. What the heck? Alright, let's make them about that wide. How about that? That's frustrating. Shucks. Okay. Sweet though. That makes it nice, because now I don't have to sit there and fight the trailer. Skid loader. Oh man, my other file. That caused me so much grief. So the downside to this small potential logging operation that I'm gonna kind of pick up on, maybe I'm getting into doing too much, but the way I look at it is money's money. We're here to make it. But we'll see here. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna wrap up the stream once we get everything back to the farm for now. And I'm gonna see if I can find an extra farm hand or somebody to give me a hand with the logging. It'd be nice because I'm gonna have to haul everything out. And we can do it as realistically as possible with one person. So it'll be more or less like hauling this out, dropping the skid loader off. Oh, I don't think I know if I fastened that stuff down. I don't know if I did or not. No, I didn't. Well, at least we don't have to worry about it going away. So, let's see how tough this is to get off the trailer. I still might have to widen that a little bit. Actually, it reset itself. That's why it didn't. Alright, we're gonna make it work. I don't get that. It shouldn't reset. Good before we take her home. Yeah, I'm not really confident on how much this skid steer is going to be able to lift. Try it though. See, this is what I mean about the ramps. I don't understand why. Alright, obviously that's not going to work. I'm not going to sit here and fight this either. So, now if they'd stay that way. That was a lot of weight. Alright, let's get this bad boy taken back to the farm for now. I'm not going to unload it or anything, because my next clip will definitely investigate the logging criteria and see what happens. The big thing is on the transit contracts, I need to be able to pick up those logs with this skid loader. My concern is that I won't be able to pick up one of the logs by themselves. The secondary concern would be is the skid steer going to lift high enough, which we can actually probably test this out at the farm. We're going to let that go there. I'm going to take my small John Deere here and park it at the workshop. We got enough food for a while. I'm not going to worry about that too much. So this little tractor, it came with the farm on purchase, so It had a ton of hours on it. We added a bunch more to it, but it still runs good. It's just kind of it needs a good going over. Don't really need much bigger yet. I would like to purchase another tractor at some point for farming convenience purposes, but not really a big rush for that at the time. So this guy's got some time in. I think I took out that stop sign. No, I didn't. Like that. I'm not gonna repair this tractor just yet. Like I said, we're gonna probably sit. We might end up progressing through winter, unless I decide to do some logging contracts. I would like to stream those because logging to me is pretty interesting. The whole concept of the game's interesting. Just coming along. Nice. At some point, cheap fix is going to be clearing off the farm and putting a dairy farm in. I'd like to keep a beef farm, like the pasture anyway, and continue to breed cattle. That'd be a good side hustle, rainy day hustle anyway. Maybe this bad boy pans out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, beautiful shifter. Alright. Nice. I like the CB. That's nice. Very limited. I really hope they allow a passenger option. That would be sweet. Okay. One thing I do not like. That was close. Okay, cool. So that's sweet. I'm liking it. Hoping I didn't make a bad purchase. This is cool. Like it. Scoot too. I mean, 35 is not very fast, or 40 is not very fast, but it is, but it isn't. most likely outcome for this truck is we'll be coming from one of the side entrances. I don't think this is going to work out too good for us. Let's see how well we make these turns. Not too concerned here. Well, okay. It's certainly manageable anyway. Alright, we're gonna park this bad boy for now. I'm really liking the setup so far. Big thing will be so that's not okay. So when we do these regular transport contracts, I'm gonna have to load from the front and the back. I'm not gonna be able to span anything across the middle, because they're gonna be too short. I like it. I guess one thing I do want to check now, since I have time, I don't want to exceed my hour of clip time. Let's see if these ramps stay full. They did not, so that's a crock anyway, right? Alright, let's go there. Oops. Because I'm gonna be lazy here. See how our height looks. I really think it's gonna be very close. We gotta make sure we clear the front and the back side. There is the potential we can dump our logs in the middle if they're long enough to reach. I don't think they will be. I don't think we're gonna have quite the reach I would like here. I honestly don't know that we'll have enough reach with the excavator options. Well, I'll tell you what, it'll be doable. It's just gonna have to be work one side in, back up, swing the other side in, pull. We'll try it. That's the best we can really do. Have to save up for some more contracts. Cows feed. Trying to figure out how we lost $4,000, where we lost that at. Okay. Sure now. See, this is where I'm at. I don't think... I don't know. These hay bales are probably a little lighter than what logs are going to be. Yeah, I'm trying to think the best solution to expedite. I can take more money out from the bank and get a proper way to load the... excuse me. Load our stuff, load our logs. Yeah, like I said though, it's gonna be... it's gonna be expensive no matter how I try to do it. I don't really want to use one of these. This seems a little more logical. So that's 10. I really want to go another 200k into debt though. As tempting as it is. But that'll eliminate the need to drive the truck and trailer up. We'll have to get a flatbed at some point. There we, that's what we need. Just grab them and... Seems a little wonky. I hope they fixed it though. That's neat. I hope they... I really hope they just fixed the grapple on these for when they actually get a good logging map to where you can pick up more than one or two logs comfortably. Like, I want to be able to grab a stack of like 6 small logs and drag them wherever I gotta go. Let's see where we're at here on our production. Cows. So we have our cows that are 52 months old. Their reproduction rate's at 10% right now. So once that gets to 100, we should have 3 new calves. Why? This should be puberty. No. Yeah. More or less to, I'm gonna buy a cattle trailer when it comes to selling these guys. But alright guys, that's where we're gonna end for now. We'll figure out the logging debacle next time, possibly. Might just do more contracts, build up our income a little bit while we wait. Because I can still do the Deadwood contracts with what I have. It's just gonna be a little bit slower. Man, I do like this. So that gives me something else I wanted to look at. So let's look at our excavators here, quick. So if I go this route, I shouldn't need anything bigger. I don't really need to grapple. Well, I would. have your processing head, fast coupler. So I think you would want, okay. See, that's what throws me off there. The processor would be nice, not necessary. Might have to just lease it. So if you lease it, so per day, it's $3,000 per day. What? Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, let's not do that. Alright, I do wanna, let's top off our water trough for the cows in the greenhouse quick and then take a break. Apparently I topped those off already. It's not so bad. The greenhouse shouldn't need much at all, any. Yeah, it took more than I thought it was going to, which is fine. So it'd be really nice to get this canola and everything harvested. But I'm not real sure what it is with this map either. Everybody's doing parsnip and carrots and beets. It's not our, I mean, this map's definitely not like American style. Not to sound one way or the other. It's definitely not based off the states, I don't think. I mean, it could be. This one could be. The New Frontier, the other one's not so much. They're more, I don't know. It works. It could be the seasonal growth too, which I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. I'd like to take it off, and maybe that would make the canola ripen up faster. It's going to be an endless buying cycle here for a bit because all my fields need plowed except for the large wheat field. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just it's gonna be about, if I do the plowing myself, it's gonna take a long time. So the crazy thing is, with having contracts and stuff going on, it's about 12.5 hours worth of runtime on this John Deere already. Yeah, well, I'm thinking of it. I don't know if I discussed it in the last stream. The next tractor purchase I'm probably gonna do, or make, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm a sucker for square bodies or what. It's probably gonna be this Dietz for Agrostar. But I don't know. I like the older style tractors. You probably won't see me purchase any of these larger tractors unless they're unless it absolutely makes sense, because at that point I would probably buy this. That's it. I'm really gonna have to decide if I want to get ready for winter and buy a snowplow, which I'm not. I'm here nor there with that. So let's see. Winter equipment. Gotta see what kind of hookups we got here. So it looks, excuse me, looks like it should just be your generic plow or your 3-point hookup. Same way with this. So I don't know if yeah, I'll probably just go with the plow. I'm not gonna salt. That's just, that seems excessive because the snow disappears every day. Alrighty guys, I will potentially work on contracts. I might sit through this season for now until winter's through. Go from there, pick up in the spring. I guess one bad thing is that, you know, there was the potential of making. Are you kidding me? Did that value go up after I dropped off the product? It's like an extra $10 per 1,000 liters. See, what's really nice in a sense is that small farm kiosk is actually right over here. The only thing I don't like about it is you're losing about 20 bucks on your average purchase, which is fine, but I'm not really saving a lot in fuel to justify having this here, and it might accidentally get sold. And I kind of want to see how big these get. Which I think, see how big they get, because I'm going to go through and clear a lot of those off. Got 9.1 liters. So, but, alright guys, on that note, I gotta take this call, and I will catch you guys next time.